Okay, good morning, well, almost good afternoon, everyone. My name is Serena Spates. Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedules to join us today for this very momentous occasion. It's my pleasure to welcome you to Riviera Beach Police Department's formal funding presentation for our new mobile command center. We are very thrilled to have Congresswoman Sheila Sherfilis McCormick here with us today. Please give her a round of applause. The donation will go towards, like I said, our mobile command center, which will help us to better serve our community, which you'll hear about a little later in the ceremony. So not to prolong the time, we'll go ahead and get started. Let's stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Now I would like to introduce our city manager, Jonathan Evans, who is going to provide some opening words for us. Please give him a round of applause.
Good afternoon, and certainly it's an honor to be here in the presence of so many good friends here in the city of Riviera Beach. And to the Congresswoman and her staff, thank you for the exceptional work that you are doing on behalf of the residents here in Riviera Beach. I've had the opportunity to be the city manager here for 5 years, and I can tell you we've had no better relationship than working with your office. We truly believe that we have an advocate in Washington, D.C., and so I can get used to the fact of you bringing additional checks to our community. I don't think any of us will turn down that, but certainly we appreciate the tireless effort that you are working on the Hill for the betterment of Riviera Beach. Also, I do want to take an opportunity to thank my elected leadership, because it's without their guidance and leadership and perspective that we're able to accomplish the things that we're accomplishing as a city. So we have Councilperson Spirit is here, we have Councilperson Miller Anderson, and I know our mayor is out of town, Mayor Ronnie Felder, Councilperson Shirley Lanier, Councilperson Trodrick McCoy, and the Chairperson Douglas Lawson, that are all intimately engaged in advocating on the behalf of the city of Riviera Beach. To the police chief, I know he's been working tirelessly to advocate for better equipment and facilities for our police department. So we're super excited about this opportunity. And certainly I know our community is enthusiastic. We've already had persons already saying that they wanted to be the first person to effectively drive the mobile command center. And so they just have to get in line behind me, because I'm excited about this. But to kind of bring this into perspective, this is something that we've asked for a number of years. If you look at some of our apparatus and some of our equipment, specifically in the police department, it is quite dated. It's been, shelved. In some cases, we've had to take things out of commission because we could not rely that we show up on a scene and the last thing we want is getting a tow truck record to remove our equipment after a family has gone through a situation or a circumstance. So on behalf of the city of Riviera Beach, Congresswoman, thank you for being an advocate for our community. Thank you for being bullish on what's important and the things that really matter in Washington, D.C. And on behalf of the residents in Riviera Beach, certainly thank you for everything that you do and continue to do. And certainly I don't want to steal any of your thunder, but we have some exciting news that the Congresswoman and her staff has consistently advocated for, and more information where it's going to be coming about it, some additional opportunities for funding to move some critical projects forward. So thank you for your commitment to our community, and thank you for doing the work of the public. Many say they're going to DC to effectuate change. You have done that for this community, and I thank you from the bottom of my heart, and for all the residents that call Riviera Beach home. Thank you.
Thank you, City Manager. We're also going to have some welcoming words by our Chief, Michael Coleman.
Good morning, everyone. I'm extremely excited to be here in front of you guys today, because day one, this agency have needed great equipment, great support in our community. And I think I have to personally thank you and your team, Ms. McCormick, for what you have done to provide support and guidance and resources to our community. Your team have been nothing but tremendous to us. I met with Ms. Adams several times, and she's on speed dial when we need things. She responds. She guiding us and teaching us how to be better professionals and how to reach out and research. So I personally want to thank you for that alone. I also want to thank you for always giving your time up for City of Riviera Beach in Palm Beach County and at the state level. I really want to appreciate you guys. Also, definitely want to thank my city manager who gave me the key to the city about a year ago. And he said, do what you do best, but don't break it. And I hope, and I have to say that hopefully I haven't broken anything yet, and hopefully I never break anything. But under his leadership, he has allowed us to move the city forward in the 21st century and develop our employees. We have had many employees go off to the best schools in the country. AOC is the best one. Walker's going to FBI CAD. That's the second best school in the country. Uh, but we have had many opportunities in the city. So now we're starting to match our intelligence with great equipment. And by supporting us with this great piece of equipment here, it's showing the other cities that we're here to stay and we're here to be reckoned with, and we're going to continue to build on the professional organization. This particular equipment here is something that the chief of police from what year was that? 92. He's been here for a long time, and you see our retirees come back to support what we're doing from night to early 90s. And this guy have built this city, and he's still so very supportive of what we're doing in the city. So I thank you for giving up your time to come back to continue to support us youngsters as we continue to build out your city. This particular unit here is very impressive, and we're going to use this unit in multiple different ways. First, first of all, we're going to use from community engagement. We want people to know in this community that this thing will be deployed for different functions, different sports events, different community events in the community to let them see this is yours and this is how we feel about you, and we reinvest it back in you with this $725,000 piece of equipment that your congressperson gave you. Secondly, it's going to be enhanced communications. A lot of time when we have critical incidents, people don't realize that we lose power, and this will be utilized to help the communications as far as deploying our resources in this community to continue dispatching calls for service, as well as we have the port Ravovich here. I think they left, but they're very supportive of what we're doing. So we're going to be able to assist with the port center as well, because we have a great partnership with the port. We will be communicating with the port and creating and strengthening that partnership. Lastly, emergency responses. We know we live in the heartbeat of hurricane, the path or the eye. So when we have hurricane issues, this thing will be deployed to help us get our citizens to and from safety with this piece of equipment. So we thank you once again how you thought of us and continue to think about us, because we have some more requests coming. So, but once again, I thank you, and I definitely have to thank Miss Adams for what she do for me, and she picked the phone up and give us nothing but praise and guidance along the way. So we really appreciate you, and hopefully you don't forget about us when you continue moving up and doing big things in politics. So thank you for thinking about us.
Good morning, everyone. Congresswoman and staff, we thank you so much for, first of all, considering the city of Riviera Beach for this grant. I'm sure your pool of applicants was nothing short of vast, but you found it not robbery to really consider ours and ultimately choose the city of Riviera Beach. So thank you. We really appreciate that. First of all, to talk about our current technology, we have a 2006 vehicle, which is long surpassed its useful life and is now no longer operational. So getting this grant was the timeliness of it was perfect. It's nothing short of amazing. So to talk a little bit about some of the technology and specifics about the mobile command buster we will be getting. First of all, we're going to build it from the ground up. These funds give us the opportunity to be able to customize the vehicle to our specifications and the needs of the city. So we really appreciate that. With that, it's going to take about 12 to 18 months to get it up and operational. Once we start the design up until it's actually delivered and the keys are handed off to us. The vehicle will include features such as Wi-Fi communications, satellites, cameras that will extend on the mast so that you can view things that are going on from a distance. Inside and outside monitors, satellites again, slide outs. The sides will slide out to increase the inside of the vehicle. Outside storage compartments, generators, awnings, workstations, light towers, specialized tools and equipment required for the operation. This vehicle is also associated with the investigations and multi-jurisdictional coordination, so we'll be able to work along with other agencies. When we need assistance or they need assistance, we may be able to or may need to take our vehicle to assist them. So this gives us the opportunity to do so. It also provides meeting rooms in the back of the vehicle. It can be separated for hostage negotiations if that becomes necessary, or just meeting rooms. We talked earlier about power outage issues. Our emergency 911 center can be brought into this vehicle if there's a power outage or a need for evacuation out of the police station. So we really appreciate everything that you've done to support us and look forward to getting this vehicle on the road and up and running. Thank you.
Thank you, Major Thomas. So without further ado, we're going to hear from Congresswoman Sheila Sherfilis McCormick. But before I bring her up here, I want to just read a little bit about the amazing work that she's doing and who she is. I don't know if we still have the mic here. Congresswoman Sheila Sherfilis McCormick, the first Black woman to represent Florida's 20th congressional district, was reelected to the House of U.S. Representatives in January 2023 to serve a second term. Congresswoman Sherfilis McCormick is honored to serve on the House Committee on Foreign Affairs and the House Committee on Veterans Affairs as the ranking member of the Subcommittee on Technology Modernization. She is also the chair of the Diversity and Inclusion Task Force for the Democratic Women's Caucus, a co-chair for Haiti Caucus, and serves as a member of the Congressional Black Caucus. Congresswoman Sherfilis McCormick earned her Bachelor of Arts in Political Science and Government from Howard University. In further pursuit of education, the Congresswoman also earned a Juris Doctorate from St. Thomas University. While in office, Congresswoman Sherfilis McCormick remains committed to tackling the growing housing crisis, inadequate access to quality health care, and lack of equitable opportunities throughout our district and country. Please give a warm welcome to Congresswoman Sheila Sherfilis McCormick.
Well, good morning, good afternoon. Is it noon yet? Well, happy to be here. Thank you so much for being here, everyone. I am so excited to be here under these terms. You know, it's been such a difficult year for everybody, I believe. I mean, these last 2 years. So anytime we have an opportunity to stand here, especially with our officers, our police force, and our city managers, just everyone who actually helps towards the administration of the city, and also our council members, thank you so much for being here. It's always a blessing to make announcements like this. When this project came up, when we have community projects, one of our biggest obstacles when we got into Congress during a special election, we probably had a month or two to get great projects, 15. And when we first put out the information to get these projects, I think we had less than 20 people apply for these projects. So we said, oh my goodness, we have to educate each city on how to apply. And I bring that up because, you know, Charisma Adams has done such a great job being the director of business development and getting everybody up to par in actually applying. So I can't say thank you enough, Charisma, for everything that you've done. It's such a hard process to get these funds, but I have to say a very special thank you also to your city manager who's been working with us and your administrative staff, because when we have been applying this year, there's been a lot of twists and turns to make sure it actually happens. But I'm so happy that it has finally happened and we have these funds. I also want to talk a little bit about why we are here today and the importance of it. So I'm thrilled to present the city of Riviera Beach with a check for $725,000 for the Mobile Command Center project. This investment is a commitment to Riviera Beach's future, reflecting our dedication to the safety, resilience, and well-being for every resident. The Mobile Command Center fills a critical need within Riviera Beach. In times of crisis like natural disaster or public safety emergency, the Mobile Command Center will strengthen and support response efforts from our first responders and city officials. The disastrous flooding South Florida recently experienced demonstrates why our preparedness and swift response to natural disaster are important for ensuring that safety and well-being of our community. While we strive to prepare for storms and floods, to the best of our ability, natural disasters can strike with little warning and bring devastating consequences. This is particularly true in South Florida, where hurricanes and severe weather emergencies pose a significant threat. I can't stress enough to you how the entire country right now is not aware how hard we're being pounded with all these storms and these floodings and how climate change is really affecting us. What we wanted to do in funding this program, not only do we want to fund it to protect everyone, but we also wanted to elevate the need for more safety measures. That's just not about safety when you think about the criminal sense, but also safety when it talks about preparedness and seeing it as one so we can increase funding for both of them. So it was no greater pleasure for this funding to come through the police department and the officers because we show that the two do correlate and we need to make sure we're funding both. Additionally, the Mobile Command Center will bolster our effort to combat crime and enhance public safety. By providing a mobile base for the Riviera Police Department, we can ensure that our officers are well supported in their mission to protect and serve our community. The ability to bring the government services and disaster relief directly to our citizens is truly a game changer, making our community more resilient and responsive. This project would not be possible without the many individuals and organizations' tireless dedication and collaborative efforts. I want to extend my deepest gratitude to Riviera Beach Police Department command staff and officers for their unwavering commitment to our safety and security. Your dedication is inspiring, and this mobile command center will be a vital tool in your continued efforts. Together, we're building a strong and more responsive and more unified community ready to face any challenge, particularly as we navigate the uncertainties of hurricane season. Thank you so much. And so with that, we'd like to do the presentation where we like to have our, and I wanted to mention this also. Very rarely, as we're going from the district from side to side, I don't know if you know that it takes probably 2 hours to go from tip to tip in this district. And so very rarely do I run into people who are in Palm Beach and in Broward. And yesterday I saw Serena at my church. And when I walked in today and I saw Serena here, I was like, oh, girl, I just saw you yesterday at church. Thank you so much, Serena, for everything you do. But I have to tell you, the best part of this job is coming here and seeing you guys. When I come back to the district and you see all the people you love and you care about, and they're excited to see you because you're doing the work, it reminds us that this is what this is really about. So I cannot tell you how much I appreciate you, especially the Riviera Police Department. Thank you so much for the hard work that you do. It is a task and it is difficult. Thank you again to the city manager. I know we call you all the time and you guys call us and we get it right. Every single time we've called on them, they've gotten it right. And the commissioners, thank you again. So we'll take the pictures now.
Hey guys, everybody, all the cops come up. You chief, you want to? You want also? Right? Come on. You can talk. There you go.
Gentleman who's all the way in the back.
Oh, sure. We won him back. Ms. Jacobs.
Let's do this.
Mr. Jacobs. Deidre Jacobs.
Our real last
Don't let her get in the back. She gonna try to get in the back. Don't let her get in the back.
I can't. Give us stuff.
Smile, Jesus.
big smile, girl. You know what we're talking about.
What was,
Training.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much.
You leaving already?
Yes.
Thank you.
Tim right now.
Oh, come out.
Yes, he just came from and tomorrow, I'll be back in Singapore.
No, she's amazing.